government's #1 priority is to protect us. Those that engage in criminal acts must be stopped and brought to justice. But policing strategies have changed. Increasingly, law enforcement is casting a wide net, reaching innocent people who have nothing to do with terrorism. How would you feel if you or your loved one who was innocent was interrogated, arrested, or even deported as a result of these new tactics? Lawyers with Muslim advocates have dealt with many cases like the ones in the 2 examples you're about to see, and have developed tips to help protect you and your family. Let's take a look at one of the most common scenarios. Knock, knock, who's there? The FBI.
Mrs. Sultani?
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum. Is Ali home? We've just got a few questions. We're out meeting community members, talking to people. You're not in any trouble or anything. Nothing to be worried about.
Okay.
You have a beautiful home. This must be Iran.
Mm-hmm.
And how long have you been here in the States?
About 10 years now.
Do you get to visit often?
Every year, my grandparents live there.
You have a very interesting president, wouldn't you say? What do you think of him?
Well, he seems to speak his mind. Oh, cute. Where's the mama?
How's your family doing? Do they like living under the current regime?
They're fine.
Is it difficult for them?
Well, sometimes with political matters.
Well, we know you're involved in the community here. You're a member of the Muslim Student Association. Now you're the treasurer. What kind of activities do you organize?
Well, we play intramural soccer, barbecues at the beach.
Mm-hmm. Do you know someone by the name of Kian Amini? Did you ever see him at your MSA meetings?
Yes, I think he came to some of our meetings, but I haven't seen him in some time. I think he graduated about a year ago.
Yes, we hear he works for the Iranian government now. How long have you known him?
Oh, about 3 years.
And how often do you talk to Kian?
Never.
Never? Are you sure?
Yes.
You haven't seen him since he graduated?
No.
No?
No, I haven't seen or talked to him in months.
Ali, are you aware that lying to a federal officer is a crime?
Oh, that was painful. Now, I know what a lot of you are wondering. Why would an FBI agent be interested in me? I've done nothing wrong. I've nothing to hide. Besides, I want to help law enforcement fight crime too. Well, it's not that simple. Law enforcement sometimes engage in fishing expeditions to sniff out any hint of illegal activity. The government's list of suspicious organizations, speech, activities, and materials changes every day, so it's hard to know what might be okay one day and suspicious the next. Here are some important things to keep in mind. First, if you are contacted by law enforcement, don't answer any questions beyond giving your name and consult an attorney immediately. Remember, the FBI investigates crimes, which include lying by omission. Funny enough, they can lie to you legally, so talking without an attorney is very risky. Sometimes having a lawyer is enough to deter law enforcement from contacting you again. Number 2, don't let law enforcement into your home without a search warrant. If they have one, look carefully to see what the court has allowed them to search and what items they are allowed to seize. Ask what the visit is about. Take their business cards and tell them your lawyer will contact them. Remember, you don't have to answer any questions, warrant or not. Be polite and also make sure members of your family household do the same. Finally, the freedom to express your opinions, join groups, and practice your religion as you wish is an American value. So is knowing your rights. Do both. Now let's watch Ali do it right.
Mrs. Sultani?
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Is Ali home?
Yes, just a minute.
Hello.
Hello, Ali. Mind if we step inside and ask you a few questions?
What's this about? I'm sorry, who are you?
My name is Special Agent Martinez. This is Special Agent Renault. We're with the FBI. You're not in any trouble at all. We're just visiting the community and getting to know some people. Could we come inside and just ask you a few routine questions?
What sort of questions?
It's no big deal. We can talk out here in front of your neighbors if you like, but you might be more comfortable if we come inside.
I would like to talk to my lawyer first. If you could just please give me your business cards, I'll have him contact you.
You want a lawyer? You really want to take it to that level? It just complicates things. If you talk now, we can make this real simple, quick and painless. Besides, you got nothing to hide, right?
Do you have a search warrant?
No, we don't have a warrant, but it would be in your best interest to do this the easy way.
I have nothing to hide, sir. Please just give me your business cards and I'll have my attorney contact you.
Well done. Now let's take a look at another scenario. This time at the airport. A couple returning to the US after overseas travel.
I really hope this doesn't take as long as it did last time. I'm telling you, it's your passport photo.
It'll be fine, don't worry about it.
Mr. Khan, I'd like to ask you a few questions. Would you follow me, please? Do you have any electronic devices in that bag?
Yeah, I got
Could you
that.
pull it out, please? So, you're an engineer.
Yeah, I work at Cisco.
Looks like you've been traveling for some time now. What countries did you visit and what was the nature of your trips?
Yeah, my wife and I, we went to Pakistan.
Who'd you visit when you were there?
Well, my parents are in Karachi, and my wife's family's in Lahore.
Who else did you see when you were there?
Tons of relatives and family and some friends.
Are you carrying any vegetables or fruits or any other prohibited items into the country, Mr. Khan?
No, not at all.
In your hometown of Houston, do you attend a mosque?
No, I don't.
Did you donate any monies to any overseas charities?
Yeah, for the tsunami in 2004, and there's a women's organization in Pakistan that we donate to, and there's also there's a charity in Bosnia that we.
Mr. Khan, I'm going to need to see your cell phone SIM card, and I also need the password to your laptop. And if you would, please put your password right here.
What? What? Do I have to?
Mr. Khan, you're at the border, and we have the right to inspect your property. Password, please.
I don't see what personal files have to do with any of this.
Mr. Khan, we also have the right to confiscate your property. Password, cell phone, and SIM card, please.
It's ridiculous.
I'll be back in a moment. Thanks.
Excuse me. How much longer is this gonna take?
Yeah, I can't say. It's taken a while to download those files.
We've been here for 3 hours already.
You know what, my friend? I've been there. Customs and Border Protection agents do have a right to search your bags, ask you questions to verify your identity, and to ensure you're not bringing prohibited items into the United States. But what happens when the search and questioning go beyond the scope, and you're being asked detailed information about loved ones overseas or about your religious or political views? What can you do? We know it's impractical to ask for a lawyer at the airport, so here's what you should remember the next time you travel overseas. Number one, be prepared, especially if you've been questioned in the past. Pack knowing that anything you have with you could be searched and even seized, including digital cameras, cell phones, laptops, and address books. Back up your files before you leave. Make sure your family or friends have your exact arrival information. If you're a non-citizen, keep in mind that you could be denied entry, so consider talking to an immigration attorney before you leave. Number two, ask why you're being selected for additional questioning or searches. Racial or religious profiling is improper, but agents do question people traveling from high security risk countries. If you feel you're being treated unfairly, stay cool and ask to speak with the supervisor, firmly but politely. Number three, if agents ask about your religious practice or political views, calmly state that you don't think these are appropriate questions. Ask for a supervisor and repeat that you're willing to answer questions about your identity and whereabouts, but that religious and political beliefs are protected under the First Amendment of our Constitution. Finally, keep a record of what's happening. Ask if any of your files have been duplicated and get a receipt for any property that's seized. Also, write down the names, departments, and badge numbers of each agent who questioned you or searched your belongings so that you can file a complaint later if necessary. Now, let's watch the Khans try that again.
Mr. Khan, are you carrying any fruits, vegetables, or any other prohibited items into the country?
No, not that I'm aware of, no.
Okay. In your hometown of, Houston, which mosque do you attend?
Sir, I'm a U.S. citizen. I've given you my passport, and I don't understand why we're being held. And then, quite frankly, I'm kind of uncomfortable.
Okay, let me ask you this then. Have you donated to any overseas charities?
Again, sir, I'm more than happy to answer questions about who I am and where I've come from. But, asking me questions about my religious beliefs, I'm kind of uncomfortable with that.
Okay.
It's been a long flight, and we've been waiting here for hours. I'd like to speak to a supervisor.
Mr. Khan, my supervisor's not available. But I will need to inspect your phone, your SIM card, and I need the password to your laptop. So if you would, could you please give me the password and pass those items to me as soon as possible?
First, I'd like your name and your supervisor's name, and the name of the person who's going to be with my property when it's out of my sight.
Chances are you just saw some of yourself in one of the characters you just met. Now it's up to you to make sure your family and friends know their rights. Finally, the lawyers at Muslim Advocates are interested in collecting stories like the ones you've just seen. Share the experience you've had with the FBI, Customs, or other law enforcement officials with us. It'll be held confidentially and made public only with your permission. For more information on how to protect yourself, find a lawyer, report abusive behavior, or to share your story with us, go to www.muslimadvocates.org.